Hey there, gamers! Welcome to the Secret Levels podcast. We hope you brought your N64 controllers to hook up, because I don't want your grimy hands touching ours. So, welcome to the show, folks.
I'm Player 1, Toby.
Do a barrel roll.
And I am Player 2, Goobs.
I gotta believe.
And, we do this podcast where we review old retro video games.
Man, the ones you used to play as a kid when you were wearing diapers. And if you wore diapers to the age of 7 or 8, which, if that's cool with us, we don't care. We don't mind.
Actually, this game is older than me.
Oh, I feel old now.
The game we're reviewing today is, we'll get to it in a minute, but the arcade version of this game is older than me.
I wonder if it's older than myself. Is it older than 1983?
No. No.
Oh, man, I feel so old.
Rise from your grave.
This game is retro, just like me.
There you go. So, today we're going to be talking about Rainbow Island, the story of Bobble 2 on the Nintendo.
The Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with power.
Yeah, I was just like, where do these two games interconnect? And it's kind of with the gameplay style. Because Bobble 2, or Bobble, that's a game with the little lizards, and they blow bubbles and stomp on them, and you can kind of see where that gameplay interacts with this one, but
it's got a lot of the same sprite work and
a little
stuff
different.
Too. Yeah. When we get to the story, because to understand the story of what's happening in Rainbow Island, the story of Bobble 2, you have to know what happened in Bobble.
Maybe we should have played that first.
So yeah, no, I'll cover that in just a minute. But let's get into this train wreck, as we'll soon find out.
You're going to derail this game.
Yeah. So this game was released in 1988 in the North American and Japanese regions, and for the NES, and in 1991 in the European versions. It was published by, and I have no clue how to say this, Taito?
That's how I pronounce it. Teato, potato.
You were close.
Yeah, there you go. So this game was originally an arcade game, like I was saying a second ago. It was made in 1987, and then it was ported to. It's been ported to. Let me say it this way: it's been ported to the Commodore 64.
I watched someone play that one, and that kind of looked better than this one.
Really?
Oh yeah, the rainbows were nice and thick, and it's like, oh, that's not too bad. It kind of looks better.
Well, you know what? I'll get to it in a little while, but there may be a different reason for the difference. So I'll get to that in a minute. It was also ported to the ZX Spectrum, the Amiga, the Atari ST, the Mega Drive, the Master System. It's been re-released on the PlayStation and Sega Saturn, Xbox and PlayStation 2. It was included in these, the Taito Legends games.
Yep.
It's got a Game Boy Color release. I think there's a Nintendo DS release.
So if you want to play this game, it's absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, it may look a little different. They may have cleaned it up a little bit, but yes, it's everywhere that you could possibly find. But we are talking about the NES, the original Nintendo version.
Now you're playing with power.
So this game is 2 players, and it's alternating 2 players. You don't have 2 players on the same screen at the same time.
See, I hate when games do that, because if you want to play 2 players, you want to sit down with your buddy, I guess you can go for a score against one another, but I like playing together, as a team. Let's do this. We're in this shit together, man. This is fucking Dom right now. We're playing NES fucking Adventure Rainbow Island.
Yeah, I like games that you can play together, and it's not, because what always ends up happening is one person's way better than the other person.
Yeah.
And then you feel guilty, and you're like, well, maybe I should just sabatage myself and die right here so they can get caught up.
And that's how you keep a happy marriage.
You didn't say that. We don't. She doesn't listen.
I threw that in there just for her.
Yeah, there you go.
Get some heat off of her after I beat her ass in Kirby Dream Course.
The divorce game, you mean?
Yep.
AKA the divorce game.
Still happily married.
So this is a vertical platformer, and I mean vertical platformer because you are going straight up in every levels.
Kind of like Ice Climbers.
Yeah.
Shittier version of Ice Climbers, but still like Ice Climbers.
Yeah. So, do you want me to give you what the story is on Rainbow Island, the story of
Yeah,
Bubble Bobble
please
2?
tell me about the diamond rod.
Oh, we'll get to that too. In the original Bubble Bobble game, Baron von Blubba has kidnapped Bubby and Bobby's girlfriends, and
Is that
also
a brother of yours, Toby Von Doom?
yeah. He has kidnapped Bubby and Bobby's girlfriends, and also turned the brothers into cute little dinosaurs or dragons or whatever they are. So at the end of that game, the two save the girls and apparently their parents, who they didn't know were involved, and they return to their normal human forms. So that's why this game, they are no longer dragons or dinosaurs.
It all makes sense now. When
Right.
I played Bubble Bobble, I skipped the crap out of all that stuff. I'm like, just let me be a dinosaur and shoot some bubbles at people.
So this game obviously takes place after that. The brothers Bub and Bob set off to rescue all the inhabitants on all the different islands from the evil boss called Dark Shadow, who also caused the events in the first game.
Who looks
So,
badass. I kind of like
Yeah.
that sprite.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. But so that's the story. But see,
That's all you
if,
get, folks.
if you just played Bubble Bobble, the first one, and you're the little dragon creatures, and then you play this one, you're like, what does this have to do with that one? Because you don't realize, well, you're a human in the first one, and you're turned into this dragon, and you get out of the dragon. You know,
I don't
it's
even
very
remember that at all.
yeah, I don't either. And what doesn't make sense is, like I like the Bust a Move games, and I'm pretty
Yes.
sure it's the same dragon.
It is. It's
So-
absolutely the same dragon.
Do they get turned back into the dragon later?
Maybe they
So-
made some life choices after playing this game. Like, yeah, no, being a dragon's better. Or being in this game is, nope, I'm done.
Right. So I don't know. Whatever. So we're just talking about Rainbow Island, the story of Bubble Bobble 2.
We're avoiding talking about Rainbow Island.
Yeah, we are. So this game should take, I would say about an hour and a half to 2 hours to beat. I couldn't
Yeah.
really find a good source. I know it took me probably about 2 hours, but I also was stopping in between my games and waiting. I used an emulator.
Oh, shame.
I don't have this one. Actually,
No, I played it on the Wii, so which is modded all to hell.
well, this version on the NES, this game loose on eBay goes for like $25 right now.
That's 25 wasted dollars.
Yeah, so I'm glad I didn't. I'd still want it in my collection, just so I could have a complete collection, but I would probably never stick it in a system.
Some
and
people
actually play
may
it.
really enjoy this game as well. Like, we'll get into the reviews later. I didn't have too much fun with my playthroughs I did.
Yeah, I could understand people liking this game. It just wasn't for me. And like you said, we'll get into it more.
Well, let's talk about the gameplay style, like what we do in this game. So, pretty much you start at the bottom of this level that escalates up, and you go around, you toss out rainbows, you can throw them on, you can shoot them at people or the enemies. It could be like a toy tank or some random little monster or all sorts of random shit.
Or Dracula.
Like, yeah, you can fight Dracula and witches, and it's absolutely random all the sprites you're going to fight in this. You end up in an Arkanoid level at one point. That old game where you shoot the balls up, bing, boom. And that's what the music is exactly like, and it gets very, very irritating.
Yeah, so you actually use these rainbows to climb up. So they shoot, I mean, they're rainbows. You can shoot two at a time, and they arch. And like you said, you can hit the enemies.
It goes to one first, and then once you get enough power, you can shoot two rainbows. But if you die, you're back to shooting one rainbow.
Right. And you climb, like you go up the rainbow, and then you shoot another rainbow to kind of go off that one, and that's how you kind of stair your way up. But you have to keep moving because they disappear after a certain amount of time.
Or if you try to jump and land on a rainbow, it just goes completely away from you and land, like just shoots down.
Yeah, it'll break and just fall, which is helpful to killing enemies that are underneath you. It's annoying when you're trying to platform on this platformer.
I think you can always use that, or also use that as well to collect items that are dropped
Yeah.
that are below you.
You can shoot rainbows at the items, which the items, they power you up a little bit, I guess. But
Get the
really,
shoes that make you move fast, and you don't know what you're doing. It's like, whoa, shit! I'm flying over here now.
we'll see. And you get, they're like little cakes, and what else are there?
Diamonds,
Diamonds and stuff.
big diamonds.
And it helps you get your extra lives and stuff like that. So you want to get those.
Oh, you can get tons of extra lives if you know what you're doing in this game.
Right. So there are 7 different islands that you're working on, and there's 4 levels on each one. And at the end of the level, at the end of the 4th level, there's a boss battle, which
Toy plane, spider, all sorts of random crap.
a giant Dracula,
Yes.
a big giant floating fish.
I found with the toy plane, if you just go into the bottom right corner, he can't hit you. So you just
really?
keep throwing rainbows out. There's one spot like you can stand on in pretty much every battle that you're not going to get hit on.
Oh, that's funny. All the boss battles are pretty quick. The boss battles has like a little Mega Man type.
Yes,
meter.
I was just going to say the Mega Man life bar on the side.
Yeah, so you know how long you have to kill the enemy. Now you only get one hit kills, so that's the kind of downside to this.
That
one
is
hit,
very frustrating.
Now you don't start all the way over, do you? Do you start all the way over?
Yes, you do. Well, depending, there's checkpoints, but if you get game over, you got to go all the way back to the beginning of the level.
That's right.
But if you die at a boss, you can pretty much continue at the boss. So like that's not too bad. That would get like a +1 for me in my rating later, but
yeah. Also, if you're taking too long, the water starts to rise in the level.
Let's see, I never noticed that. So
Yeah,
I was just trying to get the fuck out of here.
if you're jacking around trying to kill enemies and trying to collect items, the water starts rising up after you and is annoying. And you have to just start platforming your way up and get out of it.
Well, man, maybe this is where Fortnite got their idea from.
Yeah, it's putting you into the smaller area.
Yeah, the storm is coming in. Start building shit.
Yeah, build up. So now I said that there's 7 islands with 4 levels each. There's actually an 8th island too with 4 levels on it. And to get to this 8th island, it's a secret island that pops up out of the water, and there's a whole cutscene for it and everything. But to get to it, you have to collect all the giant diamonds out of each island, which I did not do. I did not know.
I didn't even know there was diamonds to collect.
Yeah, I got a couple of them, and I was like, huh, that's weird. I wonder what that's for. And then, so when you beat the 7th island, it tells you, oh, you did good, but not good enough. Go get the diamonds. It says something along the lines.
Do gooder next time.
Yeah, so that makes this game have 32 total levels that you have to rainbow through.
Yeah. That's a lot of shit to go through.
Yeah.
And if you're like me and you're playing this game, like, I thought I was going to be nostalgic for this one. I remember playing it as a kid, but I don't get it now. I just don't really enjoy it too much. I just was trying to get the hell out of there.
Right.
But then you get those little star power-ups that knock out some of the enemies, but not all of them.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. Yeah, they only shoot like, okay, so they'll drop these little stars, and when you get it, it kind of like, it's like a little bomb, and it looks kind of like a clear all, but it only goes about half the screen length.
Yeah, it doesn't clear all, it clears some. You're like, come on!
Clears a good quarter.
Like, this game's not really that challenging, like, once you get the hang of it, but it's just like, my heart wasn't in it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, most games I get a love for, like the one we played last time, Crackdown. Didn't like it at first, but I grinded it, and I ended up loving it.
Right.
This one, I tried to give it that same love, just wasn't there for me, my friend.
Yep. and I did the same thing. I wanted to try to like it and try to find some good in this game. It was just really repetitive. It wasn't even like frustrating. It was just annoying. It was annoying that I had to play this game. Every time I had to keep going from a save point, I was like, oh man, I gotta play this and finish this. So this was kind of a chore to do.
Well, let's talk about the music from this game.
I hate disco.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely irritable.
The music is...
It's kind of cute as fuck.
It's kind of cute at first. You got some cute little... Yeah, it's not terrible at first, but you're going through 32 levels of this bullshit. So it does. It gets so old. So super
it's
fast.
So repetitive, and it's just like... God, please help me right now. Like, taking my earlobes away from me so I can stop this madness. Like, I try to find something good in the music. I love video game music, but there's no saving this music. It's terrible.
Yeah, and in this in the first level, the first actual island song is similar to the song in Wizard of Oz, Over the Rainbow.
Yes.
Did you notice that?
Burns it right into your fucking ears, man.
I'm playing it right now. This is the song that's
Oh, shut it off.
So since I'm talking about that, that's one of my fun facts also for this game, if you call it fun. I got some other fun facts I'm gonna go ahead and dive into.
I wish I was like because, you know, they have, like, the guy who wants a heart, a brain, and, what the fuck, courage.
Yeah.
I wish I was the one who had no ears.
You tell the Wizard of Oz, you're like, I just want some good earplugs. That's it.
Yeah, that's all I want. Noise-canceling headphones.
So, some other fun facts about this game is the European version of the Sega Master System port has a glitch that crashes the game after level 7. And it sends the player back to the title screen. And apparently, even if you put in the code to jump to level 8, it sends you back to the title screen or something like that. So I don't know if that's true or not. So if you're gonna play the European version, you're not gonna get to the last level, even if you
no
get all
matter
the
how
diamonds.
many big diamonds you get.
Yeah. The European version of the NES port, developed by Ocean, is more like the arcade rather than the North American and Japanese version. So they got a more true to the original port than us in the Japanese.
Huh.
Yeah.
Be interested to see that. It's probably still gonna piss me off.
Well, and that's where those thicker rainbows and stuff come in. That's what those ports are, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Is the ones that are closer to the arcade. And the arcade version actually has, I think it does.
I like them thick.
You like your thick old rainbows. The arcade version actually has a more similar Wizard of Oz Over the Rainbow song than the one that's in the NES.
Yeah, I actually heard that one is not too bad, but still mind-numbing.
Yeah, they changed it for the NES version so they didn't get in trouble.
They didn't get a cease and desist.
Right. Well, that would have been... If so, they might have recalled this stupid game and we'd have never talked about it.
We probably still would have.
Yeah, probably.
Because, like, people would have put it on that pedestal. Oh, this is the greatest NES game ever that you haven't played. Hidden gem time 500.
Yeah. So, this was the second of 4 arcade games in the Bobble series. So, I don't know if the other ones got ported to any kind of system or if they were just arcade, but there's 4 total Bubble Bobble arcade games.
Yeah, because there's like an actual Bubble 2.
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah, because this was supposed to be the second, because they were done. It's like a whole like crazy mind fuck this game. That's the only good thing I'll say about it.
I guess they couldn't call this one Bubble because there's no bubbles. It's rainbows.
Rainbows. Rainbow Bubble.
I was about to say Rainbow Bubble.
We didn't talk about the controls, man.
Oh yeah.
That's the one decent thing about this game.
Yeah, tell me about the controls. How do they handle and stuff?
They're pretty tight. When you shoot the rainbows, they come out. Sometimes come out in pairs if you have not enough power level or whatever the hell they base that on.
Yeah.
But I actually thought the controls were pretty tight for this game. That's the only thing that I can say that's pretty decent about it.
Yeah.
Freaking decent.
Yeah. The jumping's all right. It's not like too loose or anything. You're not sliding all over the place.
Well, you don't really need to jump at all. You can just build yourself up in angles and just run up a freaking map.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're still not slipping and sliding when you are running around.
Yeah.
Because I like platformers, when I would get a chance to just jump up the blocks and stuff, I would do that rather than shoot rainbows. Just because.
Did you have a chance to use your turbo button?
Actually, that's the way to play this game. If you're gonna play it and you don't like it, like I did, if you're just trying to speed run through it, just hammer down on that turbo button, and it'll just rainbow, 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 and just run. Because you'll go straight up.
Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow. You think it's a game? Okay, so how about we do some ratings now?
Yeah, let's get on with the ratings.
How about we do the rage meter first?
Oh, come on!
Rage meter. Hey, let's start with the good old rage meter with a great song playing in the background.
Yeah.
Rock out a little bit.
You're rocking out. Okay, do you want me to rage first, or do you want to rage first?
You rage first this time. Why not?
I'm going to give it a 10 because of how terrible it is, but really, my rage meter never really peaked a 4. Like, there's a couple of things that'll frustrate you, but it's not a hard game at all.
Yeah, as with any Nintendo game, there's going to be the little, like, things that get to you every once in a while, but I don't know. I'm going to give him a rage meter like a 2.
Yeah, you see, and I'm even being, and I'm also trying to think of it as like, okay, if my 8-year-old was playing this game, how would he think about it? And I think he would get frustrated just because of how long the levels are. And I think that's...
Where's the guns?
Where's the guns? Is there a sticky bomb in this?
Where's the plunger?
Yeah, so I say a 4 just because the levels are long. It's not like anything's difficult. Nothing will really...
They change the backgrounds, but you're doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Right.
You're climbing up, you're building rainbows, you're fighting generic freaking enemies that don't really change the game too much. Boss battles are fun. I did enjoy those.
Yeah, the boss battles are probably the best part because they do have patterns that you have to learn how they shoot stuff, but as soon as you learn it too, because they don't change too drastically.
Or you can stand in that one spot where they can't hit you.
Yeah, but the boss battles are probably the best part of the game.
No,
but it
hands
takes
down.
So fucking long to get to them.
Next to the controls, because that's the only two things this game's got going for it.
Controls and boss battles.
But you get that and so much more in so many other games.
Right. So, what is the rating? Do you want me to go, or do you want to go?
Oh, I'll give it 3.5 rainbows. I'm only giving that for the controls and boss battles, because otherwise than that, like, I was kind of bored playing this. I hate saying that about a video game, but it's just, like, very mundane.
Yeah.
When I was expecting something like that in my childhood, like, yes, let's go, let's build some fucking rainbows, let's make bridges to love and family right now. But no, this bridge only leads to disaster and shame.
Yeah, I'm going to give this one a good solid 3. I wouldn't recommend it if you're into more action-y type games. This
if
is
you like
not
rainbows
the game.
and killing vampires with them, this game might be for you. Or toy planes, or spiders, or wizards, or arkanoids.
Here's the thing: I do recommend that you try it out. It's got a lot of similar like gameplay as Bobble, obviously, except in the original Bobble game, you
shoot the bubbles out and you catch them and you jump on them.
Right, and there's more to do in that. Bobble's better than this game.
Oh,
so
hell yeah, it is.
If you're gonna play one of them, go play Bobble and skip this one. But if you're just wanting to see if you want more appreciation for Bobble, then play this game and you'll be
Yeah,
like,
so
yeah.
make you love that game 100 times more.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna recommend is go play this one.
Didn't they
just
have
so
a
you
version of this on the Super Nintendo?
I hope not.
No,
I
I
didn't
have
see
a
that.
weird. I don't know if I'm Mandelaing myself right now, but I have a weird thing in my head that this guy, they remade like. I could be totally wrong here. I don't care. I'm throwing myself out there, but the guy who did Wonder Boy, you know, the remake of the Wonder Boy. I remember
Right.
him for some reason on fucking Rainbows.
Huh? Yeah, I don't know.
I could be
Maybe-
totally wrong and a dumbass, but that's what I remember in my head for some reason.
Maybe if we got a listener out there, they can message us and let us know if they know what you're talking about. And you can do that on our Instagram or Twitter at Secret Levels Pod.
Yeah, you can do that and prove I'm an idiot. I appreciate that.
Tell us that he's crazy, or tell us that you know what he's talking about, and it's on the tip of your tongue as well. I don't know. I think that's a.
Did
That's a
the
pretty...
old rod come and save us?
Oh yeah, let's talk about the rod.
The
Real quick.
diamond rod.
So when you beat the game, first off, it's a giant. The main boss is a giant dragon thing, like your original characters from Bobble. And when you beat him, he turns into something that looks like a flying sperm,
Grim Reaper kind of thing.
a Grim Reaper flying sperm.
Yeah, death
And-
sperm.
Your face, your ass, what's the difference?
And then when you beat him, you get all these treasures and stuff, and it says nothing it has nothing to do with you.
All the gold
saving
belonged to
people.
me.
Yeah, it's the two brothers have all the gold. They don't care about their girlfriends anymore. They don't care about their parents.
We're rich, bitch.
Yeah, they're just talking about their money, and then all of a sudden this diamond
Like,
rod
well, where's
comes.
the big diamond? And here comes Mr. Rod talking fucking diamond staff.
Yeah, and I don't even remember what he says. It's just a ridiculous storyline. So you're definitely not going to play this for the story. Let's put that out there.
No, you're playing it for the rainbows and
Yeah.
the islands. Which there's not many islands. Maybe the rainbows are the islands. Gameception.
That's why it's called Rainbow Island. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about this game. It's meh.
It's a game.
It's definitely a game. It's a shelf filler. And that's it.
That if you want to buy it for $25.
Ugh, yeah, not me.
Oh, you probably would like just rather buy the Tadio or whatever the hell it's called, collection. You can play it on there.
Yeah.
And with a whole bunch of their other games.
Yeah, if someone's holding a gun to your head and forcing you to play it.
Would you like to play a game again? No, fuck off!
No, please, just kill me. Just shoot me.
Yeah, please take my life. I don't want to shoot no more rainbows. Unless I was a Care Bear, then that could be a thing I want to do.
This would have made more sense if you were a Care Bear.
That would have been dope. This game would have been 100 lit fires,
Yeah.
air horn. Brr, 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 brr. Yeah, if you're fucking Share Bears shooting fucking rainbows out of your belly.
Yeah,
I think she was the one with the rainbows.
It would have just made more sense, I think.
Damn,
If it was-
someone should reskin this game
As a
and
Care
send
Bear.
it directly to us so we can review it and give it a 10.
that would change our minds completely.
Yeah, if it was Care Bears and you're fighting the bad guys, what the fuck are their names?
I don't remember. It's been so long.
Beastly? Yeah, Screechly?
I don't know.
The girl liked to scream a lot. I remember Beastly. He was the little brown fella, hairy guy. You can edit that out.
Too bad it's staying.
No, he was covered in hair and he was brown.
Yeah, little brown guy. Okay, I say we should wrap this up because it's getting derailed. And speaking of derailed, what are you a part of?
I am part of the Derailers. You can follow us at the Derailers. You can listen to our podcast coming out every week, bringing you the most random topics that you ever want to hear in your life. Some you don't, some you will. You'll love all of it. It's with my wonderful wife, Jenny Beat, and my best friend, Ripkin, and he's my bro husband, too. Because I get around. I have a lot of bro husbands. Hey, Toby.
Hey.
But check that show out. It's absolutely nuts. Get a ticket, jump on the train, enjoy the ride. You can also follow Derailed Wrestling at Wrestlers Wrestling on YouTube. Check it out. We make a whole bunch of CAWs, throw them in the ring, recreate the stories, and do everything like that. And it's absolutely action-packed show that's better than the main product. You can also check out our new Instagram at Derailed Wrestling. You can get a whole bunch of new updates there, maybe some videos, maybe who knows what the fuck we're going to do on there. We're just derailers. We just do whatever we want all the time. That's also done by Ripken and myself.
And for my other stuff, I do another show called the Secret Transmission Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Secret Trans Pod. We talk about conspiracies, the supernatural, UFOs, all kinds of stuff. And
Sam Squatches.
And
fucking Ricky and the Sam Squatch.
Hey, that's a good Bubbles.
Fucking
really
Toby, get your belly.
I think all you Canadians just sound like Bubbles now.
Well, I just got thick glasses, and I got a belly, and I like to drink beer and kitties. Love my kitties.
Well, since we don't have kitties right now, what if we talk about our friends at the Somebody's Network?
Fucking Somebody's are great people.
Go follow our associated network at Somebody's Net on Instagram and Twitter.
Check it out. We got everything covered on there. If you like the supernatural, if you like TV shows like The Simpsons, if you like random stuff, if you like trains, if you like fucking who knows, drunk discussions, we have absolutely everything on there. I probably missed something or other.
Yeah, there's a bunch of good shows on there, so go check out the Somebody's Network, like I said, on Instagram and Twitter. But I think that's it for this episode, and I'm sorry to say it, but I'm glad we're out of continues on this one.
Yeah, game over, folks. On to the next one.
This podcast is part of the Somebody's Network. You're never alone when you've got some buddies.
Congratulations on finding the hidden lair of the Cretans Guild. How did you find us? And what can we do for you?
It was disguised as a giant twisty treat. My name is Augustus St. Cloud, and I would like membership.
Well, we normally accept members after taking a survey, so let's get started. First off, are you Trump?
What? No, I've sounded like this all my life.
Okay, wasn't sure if you're doing some crappy impersonation or not, because the whole evil thing. Next question. Are you a fan of comics, TVs, and movies?
Very much so. I personally own 2 of the Six-Fingered Journals. The Golden Owl Bubo from the Clash of the Titans, and the remains of John Pertwee.
A Whovian, I see. Well, what about theme parks?
I do not go outside.
Board games?
Only quiz games.
What about drink mixes? I see you're holding a beverage now.
This is a Shirley Temple.
Video games?
I lack the hand-eye coordination.
There might be a lack of qualities for membership. Do you have any other interests or abilities?
I have an absorbent amount of money.
Welcome to the guild! If you're fond of any of these topics, then join us, the Cretans Guild.
Legal disclaimer. The Cretans Guild are not affiliated with the Guild of Calamitous Intent in any way. This is just a parody. Calm down.